So here in Colorado, they like to use chemicals like mag chloride and such when it snows to put on the roads to help with ice buildup and snow buildup and everything. But they also really like to use gravel. It's like little pea-shaped gravel. It's very small, but inherently with it, you end up getting some dirt and stuff. And when your car drives over that and kicks it up, the wheels will actually kick it up basically the sides of the car. Not great. And a lot of people have been posting online that they've been seeing a lot of like nicks and everything in their bottom trim piece, and especially on the two rear doors, kind of where the wheel well flares out a little bit. They're getting some nicks on that. Now Tesla has actually come up with their own mud flap design that we'll kind of go over. I'm not a huge fan of it, but wait, we'll let you all know about that in a few minutes. But we also have a third-party mud flap for Model Y that has just come out. I actually put mud flaps on my Model 3, and I actually really like them. I went ahead and got some black mud flaps. These are like fresh off the press, so to speak. So we're gonna test them out, but I kind of want to show you guys what the Tesla variety looks like, what the aftermarket variety looks like, and what we're gonna do is put Tesla on one side, aftermarket on the other, and I'm gonna clean the sides of the car, and then we're gonna go drive around. I'm gonna give it a few days, maybe up to a week. I want to get some snow and everything kind of built up. And then we will revisit. So here in the Tesla one, it was actually shipped without any tape or anything sealing it, which I thought was kind of odd. And I was afraid they might not be in there, but luckily they were. So with the Tesla ones, you actually just get 2 mud flaps. You also get some clips that are in there, but you only get 2 mud flaps, and these are just for the fronts. I'm not a huge fan of the design. They're very simplistic, I'll give them that. And it's nice flexible rubber. You can kind of see it right here. This part's really flexible. This part's a really rigid rubber. So this definitely has a lot more give. They hang down quite a lot though. So now with the aftermarket variety, you actually get 2 per side. One for the front wheel, one for the rear wheel, which is kind of nice. I'll show you a little bit more on that later. So these, super flexible and everything. We love that. The back is kind of an open design. I think like this might catch some gunk in it, but we're gonna test it for you so you can kind of see how that is. So this you have right here, it says like front left. Hopefully you can see that. So this is gonna go right there. And again, this uses those 2 clips that the OEM uses on the front and also latches in. I don't know if you can see that little channel groove right there, but it latches in right there on the wheel well. So the great thing about these is you don't have to screw these in either. And then for the rear, again, really kind of rigid. You have the 2 clips for the rear as well as a clip up top that will kind of just pop in. And then for the 2 pop rivets on both the front and the rear, you actually get replacement ones that are a little bit longer because you do have this extra bit of material. I don't know, it's probably only about 1/8 of an inch, but you get replacement pop clips with the OEM as well as the aftermarket because you're going to want to replace those so they stay locked in. Now for the rear, you also do have this hole right here, and that is actually a bolt on the rear that you will have to undo the bolt, put this on, and reinstall the bolt. That just helps make sure it's really not going anywhere. Okay, so here on the left side of the vehicle, you'll see back here, that one's actually, that pop rivet's not even there. We're gonna take out this pop rivet, and it actually comes with 2 little baggies for the OEM one, each containing 2 pop rivets to replace both of these. So we'll just use, I find the little flathead screwdriver to be the easiest to get those pop rivets out. And you can kind of hear it snap, and then we can move it up and down a little bit to line up these pop rivet holes. How that one looks. Sticks down quite a ways. I mean, there's probably, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 fingers between this and the ground. So, not to mention from that way up there, see all these lines from stuff getting hit on there because this part of the door angles out a bit. So everything kind of hits right there. So now for the driver's side, again, just turn the wheel to whichever side you're going, and that'll help give you a lot more room. We're gonna go ahead and pop this rivet. Got it. We're gonna go ahead and pop this one. But now we're gonna go ahead and take this on. So we're gonna just snap that on and then align these holes. Okay, I don't know if actually the screwdriver is necessary. I found it easier just to push them. So, there. But here you can kind of see what it looks like from that side versus this side, which I think this side looks much, much better than the OEM. And there's a little bit more room, maybe a hand's worth. So it should still protect a lot of stuff being kicked up. So here on the rear, what we're gonna do for the driver's side is we're gonna go ahead and pop this pop rivet and that pop rivet right there. There's not a ton of room to work in here. I mean, you only have that unless you remove the wheel, which you don't really need to do for this. And then underneath, you're gonna remove that bolt right there. You can actually see all that dirt falling out of there. So hopefully these mud flaps really do help. And so this will just go much like that. We'll line up the holes and snap this on, functioning more like pop rivets. I guess that you can at least unscrew them to take them out if you need to. Then we'll go ahead and do this little bottom screw. And that one's on there too. Okay, so here's the rear, all installed. Definitely looks way more OEM, to be honest. Here is the front. I dig it. Look good. And then here is the Tesla OEM. You can see just how thin it is from this side. Definitely sticks down a lot further though. Clean off the sides so we can see what additional stuff is put on there. Give it a couple days, go through some snow, some mud, I don't know. We'll see what we can find and let you guys know how it does. So this is the side with the newer version of the mud flaps. And this is the side with the Tesla mud flap. Much worse. But now what we're going to do is we're going to clean both sides. And then we're going to put the Tesla on that side and the aftermarket on this side. And make sure we get the same results. Okay, so I have been rocking the mud flaps on the Model Y for probably over about a month now and testing them out, seeing how they work, and they work really, really well. Been super happy with them. And the fact that they help block anything being kicked up by your tires to help really keep this looking clean, as well as this part of your car. But also, you can see, because of where it is right there, it should help keep chips off of the side of your car. Now you can actually see this is chips in my wrap that happened before I put mud flaps on. But then the rear one, you can definitely see under here. It's really gonna help keep this general region free of any kind of rocks or anything being kicked up and thrown at the car. And I actually don't mind the look. They look very like incorporated, which I really, really like that. It doesn't look like something that wasn't OEM. Whereas over here, you can see that is what the OEM mud flap looks like. And actually you can now see it is like bent that way some. Hopefully you can kind of see that it's not straight down like it once was. And there's also only one in the front. OEM doesn't have any in the rear. Now pairing those mud flaps with the PPF kit that Abstract Ocean sells that just kind of covers that back door bit right there really would help protect your Tesla a lot more so than straight from the factory, especially if you live in a place where they use a lot of rocks. Here they use a lot of gravel on the road during the winter, and that definitely helps if you live on like a dirt road or anything like that. These really come in handy. And Abstract Ocean is our channel sponsor, and they're passing along a discount of 15% off of your first purchase using the code Tesla Inventory. It's all linked down below, but you can use it on accessories for Model S, X3, or Y, anything on their website. So definitely go ahead and check them out. Our two must-haves, besides the mud flaps and the PPF that we showed you here, are definitely gonna be a center console wrap. It really helps protect that center console, as well as make your car your own, as well as a matte screen protector. Helps cut down any glare from the sun, as well as any fingerprints, thanks to its oleophobic surface. That's pretty much it for this one though. Definitely let me know down below how you guys feel about the mud flaps and what you guys think of this design. As always though, go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.